Okay, well, we're in the finals of an 8-4. And got ourselves a really nice keep here, too. It's like as aggressive as our deck could possibly be. We get to go Envoy, Castigator, possibly even Envoy Cub on turn, uh, 3? We have like the most aggressive start you could possibly ask for. Okay, opponent keeps at 7, and we're good to go here. Evolving Wilds for F6 value. I like it. Ooh. It was a good draw. Because now we get to live the dream of Cub into Envoy next turn. Uh-oh. We're going to get Boiling Pointed again? That would have been rotten. Well, Cub we can handle. And I'm almost 100% positive he's going to trade it for the Castigator. So let's go Swamp. Well, we're running low on gas, but got a lot on the board. Well, I guess I would say we're completely out of gas. But we do have a decent board state on turn 3. Ooh, I've never been so sad to see a McKinley Patrol in my whole life. This is where we draw Inspired Charge again. Cliffside Lookout, that's actually a really sick draw too. It's got to kill that Lookout. Okay, after mulling it over longer than he should have, he finally decides to do the right thing, which is kill our Lookout. So now we just need to draw a combat trick or a threat or a non-lane card. Inspired Charge would be Thing of Beauty. That's also very good. So now we're just like an Inspired Charge away from dealing a pretty absurd amount of damage. Boiling Point is still pretty nasty. Pretty nasty against us. I'd probably swing with everything next turn. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. Well, I mean, depending on what our opponent does, of course. I don't think I block if he attacks. I'd rather get in with everything next turn. Definitely keep my Grove Tinder dude around, and we can afford to take 3 at the moment, so that's fine. No reason to trade things. Seems like he's got a combat trick or something as well. What do we got? Courier Griffin? It's a pretty good one. Fortunate. These 2/3 bodies, man. They're killing me. They are killing me. So I swing with everything now. Eat. He takes 6. He goes to 12. That does not seem very good. I would go as far as saying that seems terrible. I'm going to play the Archive and pass. If I attack with the Druid, he gets to double block. I'm going to hope to get some value off that Archive next turn, like Inspired Charge, perhaps. Inspired Charge in a land. His own Lookout. It's pretty annoying. And he gets Ultra Vigilance. Obnoxious. And he still has 2 cards left. Man, we went from a nasty hand to McKinley Patrol stopped everything. Stopped the world. So he can pump. Could have a combat trick as well. I'm going to take 4 here. Just because, like I said, if I draw the right card here, I really am dealing a pretty absurd amount of damage. Guess I shouldn't have tapped the black. Oh, that actually is not too bad. So let's say I swing with everything. He blocks Patrol there. I think I just play Pilgrim's Eye and pass. I think. Guess I shouldn't have played my land. Oh, but then I couldn't keep up the... Yeah. I kind of want him to tap out on his turn, so I think I'm just going to stay back and block the McKinley Patrol. And then after he pumps, I'll Lithomancer's Focus. If I attack with everything there, he blocks Patrol on Druids, Griffin on Cub takes 5, which really isn't even that much damage for just straight up losing one of my guys. Like I said, I'd rather him use the 5 mana on his turn. Or just rip an Inspired Charge and deal a pretty absurd amount of damage. Alright, now he's not attacking, which freaks me out. Why he would not attack there is curious to me. But that was a bad draw. It was the draw we did not want to see. It's the draw we didn't want, but kind of expected, I guess. So, swing with everything now. Can crack back for 3, 6, 8. I think we go for it. Can't really wait around too much longer here. I'm not going to play focus on the Cub if this is his block. The reason being, I think he's got Gideon's Reproach. Or the Royals ruin your day. So I'd rather just make him use that and then respond with focus. Yeah, let's go focus now. That hurts my heart, but that's the way it's got to be, I guess. Yeah, it hurts pretty deep inside, but nothing to be done. Drew a bunch of lands. Yeah, my opponent having Reproach and Smite there is pretty horrible. Yeah, it's not what I wanted to see either. Not feeling very good. Not feeling very good at all. Feeling pretty bad, as a matter of fact. Gideon Smite into Shatterskull. Not what I wanted to see. Well, that's, on the other hand, something I definitely wanted to see. So how about I just 1, 2, 3, take out all of your important things with my stupid powerful mythic card? And then you rip a land. That was a good rip, too. Oh, actually, did I just open myself up to die from turn against? I think I did. Didn't think about that. I could have died to turn against there. That would have been, and would that have been the only way to die too? Yeah, turn against. I don't know if I should have ripped that. Well, better lucky than good. Yeah, Quarantine Field off the top. I did not. I don't think I saw a way back in that game other than our ridiculous mythic. Thank God for mythics, huh? And opening them in 8/4s. So our opponent is a deck well equipped to combat us. I think we went tactics after seeing that. Over what? I don't know. Once again, problems moving cards out of this deck. Maybe Encircling Fissure. I just need to pump my guys. I don't need my guys to not take combat damage, it seems like, because he's got like the 2/3s and stuff. I'd rather just pump my guys. He doesn't have colorless guys either. Hedron Blade's not looking the best. Yeah, I guess we do this. This is a pretty questionable hand. All of our good spells, but they're all kind of expensive. We're more of an aggro deck. I mean, I think I have to mulligan this. I mean, I'm going to be able to find my mana, too. That's kind of the... Yeah, the catch is I'm going to be able to find my mana. But having a 6/7 and... Well, I mean, the thing is about Quarantine Field, I can play it at 4 mana, and it's a removal spell. It's like, these two are kind of dead cards in my hand, though, right? How many things do I have that are, like, insane at getting those? I feel like I want to aggro out. I think we're going to have to try to do better than that. Well, what do you know? Much better. And Stalwart off the top. A little 2/3. We'll accept. And then we have the perfect sequence. We go Envoy, Castigator, possibly 3/4 if we're as lucky as we have been. Just rip a swamp after the Stalwart. That'd be pretty sick. I guess we get a couple turns to do it. No 2-drop from our opponent this time. That's nice. That was a fine draw, actually. No reproach. Nice. Patrol. Just rip a Tandem Tactics. Make me a happy camper. Eyeless Watcher is okay, I guess. I don't want to bluff here. And he doesn't want to block. All right. Pump spell. Land is acceptable. So I think we want to open with the Courier Griffin because it evades. I mean, bluffing the attack's not really going to work out since I've already kind of indicated to him I don't have a combat trick. I could just attack next turn and act like I drew one. So I could commence bluffing next turn, I suppose. Undo Champ's pretty good, but certainly beatable. All right. So, I mean, we can do the Eyeless Watcher. First things first. Should we assume he doesn't have Boiling Point? Wouldn't mind making him have Boiling Point either. Also wouldn't mind ripping... I mean, I can play the Archive. The thing is, he's pretty motivated to attack with the Champ now, but if I play the Eyeless Watcher, maybe he's not motivated to attack with it. Because then I can, like, crack back fairly profitably. He can eat an Envoy, but he would take 5, depending on what his follow-up play is. Plus, if I rip... I'm just going to play the Watcher. If he's got Boiling Point, I'm going to have to deal with it anyway. So I'd rather just get a bunch of bodies on the table. Maybe even rip a cliffside or cliff, whatever. Recruit. Geopede is beatable. We are basically just an inspired charge away from doing pretty absurd amounts of damage here. So we're going to take 4 from the champ, but then we're going to rip a tandem tactics and just destroy our opponent. Well, blocking that guy. Spire charge. That would have been pretty sick. Alright, let's go archive and crack it, I guess. Guess we can wait on cracking it. I can't do anything with those cards anyway. Yet. Can't do anything with them yet. I mean, we're going to crack it at end of turn, but you get my drift. We're hunting for that inspired charge so hard. Do we have something else nasty I could draw? Yeah, the recruit. Cliffside recruit. Certainly wouldn't mind Royal's Retribution. Ondu Rising would be pretty nice. Not busted, but nice. Evolving Wilds. Alright, well. Just shocked us. Two more lands. Not a third land. Not a third land. Ooh. Little tandem tactics, huh? 2 cards in hand. I think it's fairly likely he's got a Gideon's Reproach, so we're going to play this safe. Especially since he's just taking damage here. I mean, I guess I could swing with the... No, See, if I swing with the Stalwart, he'll just block with the champ. I think he's got... I think I just attack like this. I think he's got the... Okay. Well, he didn't have it, or else he's not playing it. But regardless, this is fine. We can... Like, if I attacked with the Stalwart, he blocked with the champ, and he had the Gideon's Reproach, that could be a problem. Because it forces me to play the tactics preemptively. Then he would be able to get my flyer. Whereas now, with tactics, and we have Blighted Woodland... And I guess with tactics up, we can protect from Touch of the Void too, which is certainly relevant. Uh-oh. That's a problem. All right, well, tactics is still likely to come up big here, but our opponent's drawing a lot of life. Drawing a lot of life. Drawing a lot of life. Our opponent is drawing so much life, guys. All right. So I think we can kill a lot of things. That's the good news. Bad news is our opponent's drawing a lot of life, as I like to say. So let's figure out how we're blocking and what we're tandeming, tacticking. All right, so I think our blocks are, I think Envoy is just going to block here. I think this probably just blocks here. And then we can tactics. So I can block all 3 on the mountain and only lose 2 tokens. That way I take care of his biggest threats. He's left with a 2-3 and a 2-2. What am I left with? I'm left with a 2-3. This is still I'm trying to think if this is my best blocks. So kill the Geopede. I do want to take care of his 4 power guys, so I guess triple block. See how he orders. I guess it doesn't matter. We take 4. So he kills. I'm left with a Stalwart, Scion token, and my Griffin. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, that's still pretty good for us. Now let's crack this thing. Deck thin like crazy. Oh, and then we just rip a quarantine field. Well, don't mind if I sit on that for a while. I guess I could have played land, and well, we'll see. We'll see. I wanted to play a Felidar Cub. Does it work like that? I don't think it does, actually. Until it leaves. No, I don't think it does. All right. We're going to hit those 3. That's worth it in my mind. Yeah, him getting allies every turn, too, is not so bueno. Ooh. That is so spicy. That is real spicy. We're going to wait on the Andu Rising, actually, because the reason being he can double block it right now and kill it. So let's just quarantine field for a ton of value rather than, like, you know. Two can play at that Andu Rising game. You're just going to play Cub and get his stuff back? Wouldn't actually be game over. Kindy Patrol, all right. I think we're going to let him eat an Eldrazi Scion. Could have Gideon's Reproach as his last card. I guess we'll find out. Oh. Question answered. Oh yeah, I think in match 1 I mentioned how I have to cast it on the right land. I forgot that it gives it haste, so no, you don't even have to cast it on the right land. So he'll take 8. And losing the Scion there I think is fine. Basically, we got an extra point of damage and gained an extra life for 1 less body for Inspired Charge, which I think is okay. I think that's all right. Oh, and then we just rip like crazy. We just draw like insane people. All right, well, we ripped incredibly well. We saw Quarantine Field pretty much every time we needed it. We ripped Inspired Charge off the top in match 2 at the most critical point. We won game 1 of this at the most critical point. So basically, we had some crazy back and forth. Even when I was demoralized, we managed to rip some crazy draws and just drew extremely hot for the victory. So awesome. I love doing well in Magic. Doing well in Magic is a lot of fun, I gotta say. So happy to win with this deck. Next draft will be another 8-4. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you then.